Ever spent hours crafting the perfect plan, color-coded, time-stamped, reverse-engineered from the habits of billionaires? Wake at 5 a.m., drink lemon water, read for 30 minutes, work out, meditate, journal. Launch side hustle by 6:15 a.m. And then, by day 3, you're sleeping through your third snooze and the only thing you've stuck to is scrolling in bed? Yeah, same here. That's because you don't need a plan. You need a pattern. Let me explain. Plans sound sexy. Patterns actually work. Plans are great in theory. They give you the illusion of control by keeping the goal on the table. A neat little roadmap to success. You even feel productive just making one. Wake at 6. Run 5 kilometers. Green smoothie. Deep work. Inbox 0 by 10 a.m. Sounds amazing, right? But life doesn't care about your roadmap. Your alarm doesn't go off. Your kid's got a fever. You oversleep. There's no spinach. And by 8:07 a.m., your perfect day is already on fire. Now you're off script. So what do most of us do? We scrap the whole day. I'll start again tomorrow, or Monday, or never. That's the problem with plans. They rely on ideal conditions. And the moment life doesn't cooperate, they collapse. But a pattern? A pattern doesn't care if you're tired, late, or unmotivated. Because patterns aren't about perfection. They're about what you repeat, especially when things go sideways. For example, if your pattern is move your body every morning, on good days, it's a 5-kilometer run. On rough days, it's 10 squats while brushing your teeth. Either way, you've stayed in the pattern. Another example, instead of planning a solo show with 3 polished bodies of work, commit to filling a single A4 size graph paper with lines or color every day. By the end of the month, you'll have 30 pieces. That's a rhythm, a visual vocabulary, a body of work built without the pressure of finishing a coherent series. Small, repeatable actions build momentum. Plans are what you write when you're feeling motivated. Patterns are what carry you when you're not. What's a pattern, really? A pattern is a behavior loop, a tiny habit, a repeatable act. It's not about doing something massive once. It's about doing something small repeatedly. Not write a book this month, but write 100 words a day. Not get fit by June, but stretch every morning. Not master investing, but read 5 pages a night about money. Patterns don't look impressive at first, but they're like compound interest, small boring actions that snowball into surprising results. Why are patterns greater than plans? Let's look at 3 ways. Small habits quietly outperform big plans. Number 1, patterns adapt, plans break. A plan says, work out for 60 minutes 5 times a week. It looks great on paper, structured, disciplined, impressive. But then Monday hits, you slept badly, you're late for work, the gym is too far. Now that 60-minute plan feels like an impossible task. And what happens? You skip it. Feel guilty. Tell yourself you'll start again next week. The whole thing collapses because life didn't cooperate. But a pattern says, move your body every day. It doesn't demand perfection. It adapts to the day you're actually having. Overslept? Do 10 squats while brushing your teeth. Busy day? Take the stairs instead of the lift. Sick kid at home? Stretch while watching cartoons together. Bad mood? Dance it out for 5 minutes in your room. You stayed in motion. You honored the pattern. And more importantly, you didn't lose momentum. That's the power of patterns. They don't punish you for being human. They work with your life, not against it. Number 2, patterns remove decision fatigue. Plans often sound like, I'll start investing when I get a bonus, which turns into, after this project wraps. after I pay off this thing, maybe next year. It's a good intention stuck in limbo. But a pattern sounds like, I automate $150 into my investment account every week. You don't wait for a windfall. You don't debate whether now is a good time. You don't scroll forums wondering if the market's too high. You just set it, and it runs, rain or shine. And over time, that small habit compounds, literally. No guilt, no guesswork, no I should have started earlier shame spiral. You've turned building wealth into a quiet, steady rhythm. A pattern that does the heavy lifting, even when you're not paying attention. That's the magic. Remove the decision and you remove the delay. Number 3, patterns build identity. Plans might change outcomes, but patterns, they change you. Because when you repeat something often enough, it stops being a task and starts becoming part of who you are. Want to be a writer? Don't just plan to write once a week when the mood strikes. Write regularly, even badly. A paragraph on your phone, a weird idea on a napkin, a joke that doesn't land. It all counts. Same goes for comedy. You want to be a stand-up comedian? Don't just plan your Netflix special in your head. Don't wait until the perfect set is written. Go to open mics. Bomb. Test one-liners at lunch. Notice what makes your friends laugh. Watch your favorite comics not to copy them, but to decode them. Write one joke a day, even if it's terrible, because each time you do that, you're not just working on material, you're becoming someone who writes jokes, someone who observes, risks, performs. It's not the plan that makes you a comedian. It's the pattern. And the longer you stay in the pattern, the more your identity catches up with your ambition. Start small. Stay boring. Grow slow. If you want to shift from planning to patterning, start with micro habits, one push-up before your shower, one line in your journal, one email sent a day if you're building a business. You're not trying to win today. You're trying to show up so often that success has no choice but to meet you there. The takeaway: you don't need a 10-step master plan that collapses by Thursday. You need a 2-step pattern that survives weekends, bad moods, and lost Wi-Fi. Because in the long run, consistency beats intensity, habits beat hype, and patterns quietly do what plans loudly promise. What's one tiny pattern you could start today? So small it's impossible to fail? Drop it in the comments and commit to trying it for 7 days. Let's pattern up. If this video helped, like and subscribe for more life skills that school never teach.